Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I guess she's crashing out over her psychiatrist not wanting to date her. However, I guarantee you, if her psychiatrist asked her if she could go on a date, she would claim power dynamics and bring the sensationalism and performative nature of her being R-worded to it. I guarantee you that's how she would have acted online. But let's find out. We're so back. Content is happening. Woo!
I fell in love with my psychiatrist and he knew that, and he kept me for years as a patient until I was brave enough to leave him.
I mean, that's okay. I filmed with guests who said they're in love with me. You can just not love them back and say it's okay. That's fine.
I want to talk about it. Usually when I go on this app and I have a question, I have a bunch of videos that
Uh-oh, guys, comments are turned off. This must go really well.
Pop up, and I searched in love with my psychiatrist and nothing happened. So I would really
because most people are probably not fucking insane.
Like to discuss what happens when we fall in love with our mental health professionals, and most importantly, the fact that there are so many people, especially men, that are emotionally dead inside, that feel called to going into psychiatry and therapy so they don't have to feel their feelings.
Crazy Eyes, yeah, kinda. Canyon did an incredible parody of Pyre. I've seen clips. It looks good.
But they can feed off of the vulnerability of their mostly female patients.
You see how this goes? You see how she immediately turned that? All it took was one fucking... and I called this shit. And we're 50 seconds into her first out of like 1,000 TikToks. I called this shit. She immediately fucking... I called this shit. She fell in love with her psychiatrist, so she's like, yeah, let's fucking go. How dare he not date me? But I guarantee you, if a man psychiatrist had a woman patient and he did a slight flirt, it would be power dynamics and fucking R words and assaults and fucking manipulation and love bombing. And no, actually, I would say, no, a psychiatrist probably shouldn't date their person. Okay? You know, I'm not supporting that. But she's like, oh my fuck. And then, but she has to say if a man, oh my fuck. Oh, these people are bringing down our culture. These people are insane. And she needs a psychiatrist more than anyone, just like everyone her age, and brings the same level of performance that she does to every fucking thing. Exactly, all the fucking buzzwords. She's probably, her entire life just exists with buzzwords bouncing around in her head. I guarantee you. That is how these people exist and perform in this world. Fuck's sake.
Yes, I told him often that I had a crush on him.
Often?
Told him all the time that I thought he was attractive, and he just would smile. And
yeah, because you're his patient. You crazy.
Say anything, because he was the king of plausible deniability.
No, because you're his patient, so he wasn't fucking doing it. So he wasn't playing that game with you.
He didn't ever, ask me if I had a crush on him, but he didn't do anything when I told him.
Yeah, good. Or he should have said that's not appropriate. I don't know. But fucking good. I guarantee you she would have claimed power dynamics if it was reversed. Good.
Yes, I told him often that I had a crush on him. Told him all the time that I thought he was attractive.
We did that one.
Oh, he wasn't just fine with me having a crush on him and being in love with him. He loved it. And
well, how do you know? What did he say? You just said he said nothing. I feel like she's just assuming that or projecting it real hard.
And he had every ethical duty to end the psychiatric relationship.
Okay, now we're going to claim he did an abuse of power by not loving you back. Is that what we're going to do? Oh, fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the definition of the worst among us. These people, and I'm so glad our audience isn't filled with these weird pearl-clutching motherfuckers that are just insane, because, oh my fuck, our show wouldn't last. But these people are insane. You know who this is? These are snark subredditors.
Relationship when he found out that I had a crush on him, but he kept me for years after.
Because he was just being professional, and you confess something in the mental health world and the safety of that mental health, and he just like, okay, and he moved on.
And this is what I mean. He was a 38-year-old, attractive.
Oh, here we go. Now it's going to be an age gap thing. Now it's going to be an age gap. Let's move to the next buzz thing. Let's move to the next fucking victim complex. Here we go.
Smart, extremely
Oh shit. He was successful and smart. That's triple. That is triple power dynamics. They're stacking. His power level's stacking. Next he's going to love bomb her by saying, oh, hey, you're not fucking crazy or something. I don't know. Fuck.
successful psychiatrist, but he did not date. Why did
Good.
he date? Because he got his emotional needs met, feeding off of his patients.
Oh, she's fucked. Oh, she's fucked. Oh, who the fuck is this creature? Oh, send. The mental. The fucking mental institutions need to come back, and she needs to be the first patient. Oh, fuck.
And getting fantasy supply from them.
Fantasy? You think he's getting fantasy by helping his patients? You're a delusional fucking crazy person. Oh! Yeah, I'm glad chat fucking told me about this. Guys, this is why you need to tell me what to react to, because I don't know what's going on online. I'm not terminally online enough for this, apparently. Oh, because this is fucking insane. What about the lady screaming at a duck about having sex? It's probably fucking her, honestly, at this point. It's probably her. She's the one doing it.
And being seen by them. I'm really good at seeing people. He loved the way
You went to your appointment.
I saw him. It is a crazy story, and I can't wait to share it.
Oh, fuck, yes, please do. Give me my slop.
Sorry, but what did you want him to do? Get rid of you as a patient? Yes! That's what they're taught in psychiatric training, is that the moment that there is romantic feelings, it is on them to transfer that patient.
Yeah, maybe he should have. But my fucking goodness, dude. Okay, let me fact check this. Once a psychologist is told by a patient that the patient is in love with them, are they required to get rid of them as a patient? Because she's not really a reliable narrator for information. Why can't she just leave? Yeah, good question. She's going to say because she was struggling and in love and needed to be. American Psychological Association, APA, Ethical Principles, Code of Conduct. Sexual relationships with patients are prohibited. Restricted. Yeah, but he wasn't doing it. But what about her saying it? Psychologists should address the patient's feeling openly, clearly, and non-judgmentally. They should gently but firmly reinforce appropriate professional boundaries. There we go. Just had to fucking say, you know what, that's not appropriate, and leave it there. The psychiatrist isn't, according to the fucking rules, according to the APA, is not required to transfer them. But probably should have spoke up and said, hey, that's not appropriate. However, knowing her at this point, I guarantee you she is not adequately saying what he said correctly. I guarantee I'd be willing to bet a lot of money the dude had actually said, hey, you know what? That's not the most appropriate thing. I bet he said that a couple times. And she's probably not willing to acknowledge it because she wants to play perfect little victim online. I'd bet a lot of money.
Patient out. Without a doubt.
Nope, that is not required.
He was the one with the medical degree.
Yep.
He was the one that knew better.
Sure, and he probably laid a boundary and you probably crossed it.
But he loved the attention that I gave him too much to do the right thing. So yes, that's what I wanted him to do. The ethical thing.
That's not what you wanted to do. You wanted him to fucking get all up in them flaps. That's what you admitted at the beginning. Come on, be honest. You're upset that he didn't, and now you're angry.
Was I going through something psychologically? Let me be perfectly clear here. Even if I was going through something psychologically,
Which she likely was.
It was on my psychiatrist to do something about it.
I don't believe her that he didn't try to establish boundaries. I don't believe her. And he's not required. Psychologists don't have medical degrees. Psychiatrists do. Well, this is a psychiatrist, though. This is a psychiatrist. Okay. It all goes back to love bombing.
Because he was the one with the ethical training and the psychiatric knowledge. So, to answer your question, no, I was not going through something. I was simply wanting to go back
There must be some way to prove she's wrong to the record stuff. I'm sure he has notes, but probably not audibly, right?
on ADHD meds. And I told him in my intake about some of the family stress that I had went through, relational stress. And he also diagnosed me with not only ADHD, but other trauma, stressor related disorders. He did not tell me about that diagnosis until I asked him a year and a half later. But what he did with that diagnosis was he used it to recreate attachment bonds and make me addicted to him.
Come on! Oh, for fuck's sake. This is TikTok. This is like everyone ages 16 to 25 right now, I swear. This is like every fucking person in that age range. It's insane. It is hysteria to them. She needs to be locked inside for the rest of her life. She can't exist in this world. She can't. And it's terrifying that she's among us.
Okay, I don't know who you are, but you absolutely get it. Because predatory psychiatrists who...
No, this is just someone enabling your literal insanity online. No, don't fucking do this.
Feed off of the emotions and vulnerabilities of their patients, like for a living. They absolutely...
Boomer Caleb coming out. This isn't even a boomer take, dude. This is just a fucking any kind of sane take, dude. She literally thinks that she is the victim here somehow. This makes no sense. This is just not being a terminally online freak take. I don't get right. I don't know. I have BPD. This is not it. Yeah, exact. I don't know.
Absolutely do not.
Okay, what did the person say? In your response, you said he accidentally caught feelings himself. Well, she doesn't know that. I beg to differ. Nothing is accidental when it comes to psychiatrists or therapists who feed off their clients' energy to supply the ego. Oh my fuck. Oh my fuck. Oh, these people are lost. Oh, these people are never going to be able to exist in society. These people are done. Oh, there's no chance. There's no fucking chance.
Ever intend to catch feelings. They do not intend to catch feelings. But my psychiatrist accidentally caught feelings for me because, and I know
that you do not know that. She has not established that so far, unless there's no information.
That he did because he started leaking at the end. He started leaking at the end he accidentally told me one time that he had countertransference. That was a big slip.
I gotta look that up. I don't know what that is. What is countertransference in this field? What is that? Yeah, leaking? What the fuck? I think she was leaking. I don't know. What? Okay. The patient projects feelings onto the therapist. Countertransference is the therapist experiences emotional responses toward the patient based on their own personal feelings and experiences. But listen to everything she said. Listen to everything she's qualified. I don't believe her that whatever the therapist actually did was countertransference based on the energy and everything that she's bringing to this. I don't believe that in the slightest. Like, he may have just said literally one thing to maybe bring an example of a real life situation. And she was like, that's countertransference. You're in love with me, aren't you?
For him. And I was the one that still had to walk away. But yeah, it is absolutely a predator's worst nightmare to catch feelings for their supply.
Oh, he's a predator now. You see how these people fucking operate? Oh, they always bring this energy of fucking R word and a lot of other things. Assault, all this stuff. This is what they do with everything, and it's fucking crazy. The age range of 16 to 25 is a lost generation. That's not Gen Z, that's not millennial. That is just a lost group of people that were stuck inside during COVID and did not go outside. These people are fucked. These people are fucked. Holy buzzwords, Batman. I agree. This is insane.
So I don't know who you are, but you get it. So thank you for seeing the truth in this situation too.
No, that is someone enabling your literal insanity. Fuck me.
Okay, I don't know who you are, but you absolutely get it because
I
predatory.
just did that one. Okay.
Oh, I know it's common, but what's unethical about this?
It's actually very common to fall in love with your therapist, and it's okay to stay with your therapist as long as boundaries are set. Exactly, and that is what the APA advises.
Situation is that my psychiatrist did not help me work through my feelings.
No, I completely disagree with you. To you, your therapist didn't help. To you. I guarantee you he tried and he was doing the appropriate measures, and now you're at the end saying he didn't help. She is not a reliable narrator at all about their sessions, not even close.
What my psychiatrist did was stayed completely silent as I would pour out my love and devotion.
I guess he should have interrupted her, and then he would have been a predator for interrupting her. Like what?
To him, and he just drank it in and did nothing to help me work through those feelings.
I honestly do not believe a single second of that.
Nothing to help me work through past attachment issues. Nothing to help me.
It's not a psychiatrist's job, it's a therapist. Fair enough.
Grow and realize that I was in love with someone who couldn't love me back. He just
Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself, and your entire life is done, and no one's going to hire you because no one is willing to take the risk of having someone this batshit insane in their workforce. Good luck.
sucked it in. And
she's going to be the person that tries to go in and changes the culture and cancels everyone for having a slightly different opinion than her. Oh.
that's what made it unethical.
You being born was unethical to this world.
Yeah, I learned that through this experience, that many men.
Oh, fuck, here we go. Here's using the word creep and creepy for literally anything. Here we fucking go. Oh, my female psychiatrist told me, my female psychiatrist told me that all male psychiatrists are creeps. Your female psychiatrist is mentally broken and enabling your insanity. This is horrible. This world that we're in is actually disgusting. This woman versus man divide is insane that is happening. This is so fucking crazy.
Many broken and wounded men are attracted to psychiatry when they're in med school because they learn that they have access to vulnerability.
Oh, fuck. Oh, she's insane. I don't even know what other words to call her without getting banned on TikTok. This is crazy.
To extreme
She's a life coach? No way this woman's a life coach. I refuse to believe that.
That they themselves don't allow themselves to feel or access, but they can get it from their patients.
Oh my.
So that's why they can do anything, but they go to psychiatry.
Oh my fuck.
So they can feed off of the vulnerability of their patients and be the wounded healer.
I think after listening to this, even Republicans want to bring back Roe versus Wade so we can reverse this one right here. Fuck, man.
Instead of having to just face their own demons. Yeah, I will not be seeing another male psychiatrist again.
And they will be better off for it. Oh my fuck.
Yeah, he let me see him every month, even though I only had to see him every 3 months. This is what I mean. He
yes,
loves.
because it's for medication. No! You think he's sitting there and coaching you through everything? What are you doing? Yeah, she turns the comments off on anything because she won't be able to handle any kind of real world conversations. Anyone outside of her bubble of literal insanity on TikTok or Reddit, and she will break down and die.
Loved attention from me. He didn't ever tell me I only need to see
He
you
loved attention for you, as in seeing her every 3 months for her refills. Shut the fuck up, you insane, crazy.
The hard part about this story is
Have you filed a complaint? Please do. Please file a complaint so that the legal system can come down upon you, because I hope it's illegal to file a false complaint. We need more of that in this world. People need to be punished for their over sensationalizing things. Please, please, can we send her to jail, please?
He was so good at plausible deniability.
Sure.
He was really smart and good at being a predator.
I'm a predator. These people are insane. She's a snarker. She is a Reddit snarker. I guarantee you. Men, never go on a date with her. Your life will be ruined.
Psychiatrist for 12 years. So he didn't ever ask me to give him
A complaint?
sexual content.
Why would he? No shit, he wouldn't. Are you fucking crazy? She posted on Reddit. I am not surprised. I'm sure she was born. She was born with a phone that only had Reddit installed. I guarantee it.
I did that on my own. And he
What?
just
Whoa. Is she saying she sent him sexual
I
content?
did that on my own. Ask me to give him sexual content. I did that on my own.
Oh, fuck.
And he just let it happen. And he let me not stop and redirect the conversation as a normal psychiatrist.
So was it in the middle of the conversation, or did you send it to him outside of the conversation? Because it is very different. If you're showing it to him in the conversation, yes, the boundaries should be drawn. Absolutely, but I'm sure he's just going through the diagnosis as he's going through that. He sounds like she's the predator. Yeah, I agree. But if it's sent outside of it, like, that's fucking crazy, and he should have ended it right there, 100%, honestly. But mostly to protect himself from a crazy fuck.
Psychiatrist would have, right? Or an ethical one at least. And he also didn't stop me when I told him that I had a crush on him many times.
No. He should draw the boundary, but I don't believe that he didn't. I don't believe, because you are not someone that can be taken seriously on what you say. Unfortunately, you've established that you are not a trustworthy person, and that you over sensationalize everything and bring crazy energy to everything. You're calling him a predator. You sent nudes to him, and because he didn't say, ooh, I like these, or because he didn't say, oh, I don't like these, he's a predator. Like, she's impossible. She's invalidated her entire existence. She can never be trusted on anything ever.
He didn't say, let's explore those feelings. He just sat there and let me tell him.
He's not a psychologist. He's a psychiatrist. He's not a psychologist. He's not your therapist. He's a psychiatrist.
And I won't.
Sends unsolicited news to her psychiatrist. Why didn't he respond to me? He's a predator. You're a predator for not responding to nudes now, guys. So, guys, they've already stretched what is creepy and what is a predator now. They've already stretched it so far that if you actually don't respond to them hitting on you or them sending your nudes, now you're a predator and a creep. That's the new threshold that they've pushed it to. We have failed since 2020. We have allowed these people to go too far without locking them up in mental institutions. This is crazy.
Never forgive him, but
Good, and I'm sure he really gives a fuck.
I don't think he did anything to.
Correct. He did nothing. He did nothing wrong. Correct.
That's reportable. But I will tell my story here on TikTok.
Wait, did she say nudes? Or was she just talking about it?
He didn't ever ask a psychiatrist for 12 years. So he didn't ever ask me to give him sexual content. I did that on my own. And he
did that on my own. Content? I assumed it was like visual things. I guess it could have been verbal, but invite her to financial audit, she would burst into flames.
I didn't mean to fall in love with my psychiatrist.
It's fine that you did, honestly. Whatever, you're a human. That's okay. It's what you're doing now and what you did with it, which is insane.
He used things and trauma that I had went through in the past. He did his best to use that against me.
No, because he didn't do anything. He prescribed you medication and readjusted it as long as you went. He didn't do anything. That specifically is your complaint, is he didn't do anything. So he didn't use any of this against you because he did nothing.
And to groom me to fall in love with.
Fuck groom. Now we're bringing in the word groom. Oh, she's a Redditor. She is a TikTok Redditor hybrid, grand creation, snarker, made to the extreme. She is the actual worst among us. She is the failure of society. She is the failure of gentle parenting. She is the failure of closing mental institutions. She is the failure of everything, of humanity. We need another flood. We need another asteroid. We need a fucking Hiroshima times 10 on the United States at this point. Oh, she's a buzzword queen. She's nothing. Did we hit bingo? Yeah, basically, we're almost there. Among Us, yeah. Oh, fuck.
With him so I could give him content for his fantasy. Don't worry. I'll tell the whole story.
Please do.
Either later today or tomorrow.
Okay, I want to get to the story. This is actually quite important if you're going to do a classic false, creepy allegation against a guy, which happens borderline every other day now, unfortunately. Come on, don't fucking red pill me here. I like to be sane and see nuance in things, but it's crazy fucking people out here that do false allegations every single day and bring a level of intensity and sensationalize to things that are beyond insane, that turn sane people into fucking extremists because these people are insane. It's almost like the only way to fucking push back against insanity is insanity. And I'm going insane during this segment. Ah!
I try not to use this term of narcissist because I think it's overused in our society.
It's the one word she won't use.
However, there were so many traits that my psychiatrist had, like God complex. He thought he was above
because he was able to prescribe things. Because he was the one there to make the decision. Oh, fuck.
Of the rules. Other psychiatrists had to refer out when they had countertransference for their
countertransference is something you've prescribed onto him, though. I guarantee you he just used a real world example to like calm you down a moment. And you're like, countertransference! Oh, he's projecting onto me! Oh! He's a predator! He's a creep! He's a groomer!
Their clients, for their patients, but he didn't think he had to. He thought he could be above it. He also would make me feel crazy when I would try to name.
Make you feel crazy? He was just trying to be professional by not addressing your craziness. And you are crazy. You are certified crazy. You have proved it in this, and you will never get a job again. You will never be able to live a normal life again because you've cemented yourself online as an absolutely crazy, insane person.
The dynamic and the tension that was there between us that he himself manufactured and built, and then he would rage at me and tell me that I was wrong.
He would rage at her. I bet him raging at her saying, I think you're wrong. I don't think you need us to up the dose of this medicine. I don't think your assessment of yourself is wrong, looking at this outside perspective. He raged at me. Yeah, he raged. I want to see the video then. Yeah, she refuses to actually tell the full story. She just keeps saying she will tell the story. Can you report her account for being illegal? No, don't. Allow her to put herself on display even more so we can all realize that there is an insane part of our culture out there that we need to no longer take seriously when they go out and say things against other people.
It's crazy, and I definitely will be on the lookout.
I am actually in favor of platforming the craziest among us because we need to show the world that these people are fucking freaks and no longer take them seriously.
When I'm interacting with these people, for those tendencies.
Yeah, I bet she was everyone on the T app. Actually, I guarantee it. I guarantee you they were all just like her. Just like her. When is she going to go through the fucking thing?
Yes, I told him often that I had a crush on him. Told him all the time
that we know.
I thought he was attractive. And he just would smile and not.
Yeah, he was being professional, man. You should have laid out a boundary, sure, but he was seeing you every 3 months for a prescription refill, if we're being honest. Come on. He wasn't your psychologist. He wasn't your therapist. What the fuck are we doing here?
Say anything because he was the king of plausible deniability.
No, he was the king of just shutting the fuck up and trying to do his job.
He didn't ever ask me if I had a crush on him.
Guys, is it creepy if men do their jobs?
But he didn't do anything when I told him.
Yeah, thank fuck. Is she gonna ever tell the whole story? There's too much here, man. And I don't think she's telling the whole story. She's insane. She's insane.
Oh, he wasn't just fine with me having a crush on him and being in love with him. He loved it. And he had every ethical duty to end the psychiatric...
No, he didn't. Not according to the APA. Not according to the APA. He's supposed to set a boundary, which I'm sure he did, and she is not saying in order for her to look right and to be the perfect victim. But no, he is not required nor ethically to end the relationship. We looked this up.
Relationship when he found out that I had a crush on him.
She is
but he kept me for years after. And this is what I mean. He was a 38-year-old attractive.
Didn't we already see this? She's saying the same thing. Now she wants to pull the fucking age thing again. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how old he is. Why would I care?
This is
Is she trying to say she's not an adult? Why do I give a fuck how old he is? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Would love to hear his side of the story. Me too, but he never should. He never should.
I fell in love with my psychiatrist, and he knew, and he kept me until I had the strength
Okay, here we go. Okay, she's telling the full story.
to leave after 4 years. Here it is, part 1.
Here we
So
go.
I decided to go back
Let's
on
fucking go.
ADHD meds after many years of being off of them.
You didn't decide to. You went to a psychiatrist to see if it was necessary, and they probably determined that, yes, you needed it.
I was on them in my early 20s to help me get through college. And then I went off of them because they just weren't like, the side effects were too much over the benefits. But then in my late 20s, I read this book, Taking Charge.
Oh, fuck. I guarantee you she got fucked by this book. Same to like TikTok where she got TikTok diagnosed. I guarantee you this book actually damaged her. I promise you. This is an 18-part series. Well, sit down, buckle up. We're here for a while. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I have plans tomorrow, so I guess we're sitting down and we're fucking going down the slop.
Charge of Adult ADHD, and it absolutely changed my life. For my fellow ADHDers, there's so many good
It enabled you, and it confirmed the opinion you already had about yourself. I guarantee you.
things in here. And the biggest
I have ADHD. I've read it. It's dumb. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Look who it's attached to.
thing that I took away was that it's very important for ADHDers to be on meds.
Oh, good. Sure. Medication's important for some not. Like, okay. Oh, fuck's sake, dude.
So I decided to make an appointment with a psychiatrist. I just Googled psychiatry in the city that I lived in.
But she picked a man, which means he's a predator and creepy. And only men go into psychiatry to control women.
And I went with the first one that came up. And I got an appointment within a month. And then
It's a little long.
I booked a 90-minute intake, and I show up to the intake, and this man is my age.
Hold on. Why did she keep prefacing it with, but he was 38? She made it sound like he was 38 and she was 18 or 19 or 16. What the fuck? She's already destroying her entire, well, she's already destroyed her credibility. Let's be very clear. But now it's nuked. It's gone.
And I can't help but notice that he's pretty attractive, this
Oh no! What a predator! What a creep!
psychiatrist.
Okay, there's part 1.
I fell in love with my psychiatrist, and he kept me anyway, part 2. So in this intake, I kind of clocked that he was attractive in my age, but when I tell you that I've had a lot of couch time in my life, a lot of therapy.
Nobody gets surprised. We used to keep them there and didn't let them leave. But now they get to sit next to us at restaurants and accidentally match them on Tinder and then have an awkward date and then they try to cancel you online. Yeah, these are the people we're dealing with, people. Fuck me.
I just went right into it. I
Be funny if
trusted
he's gay.
him
He might be.
enough, of course, why wouldn't I, to tell him about my childhood trauma.
He's a psychiatrist. He's not your therapist.
My daddy issues, if you will.
Okay.
What I had went through, all of the relationship trauma that I
Her
had.
daddy issues is lack of having parents that actually fucking held her accountable and anything enabled all her bad behavior. I guarantee it.
I was 6 months sober at this time, but like all of the drinking
Is she still?
and substance use I used to do, and he just listened and nodded. And that's the thing about psychiatrists, is that they're
Caleb, where did you meet your girlfriend? On Instagram. Because I'm a predator.
good at pretending to listen. They can
Oh, shut the fuck up.
appear connected, but that doesn't mean that they're always connected. So I just felt really seen. And I also told him, I was like, look, I don't want to be on stimulant meds. So he listened to me and
good.
he put me on the non-stimulant
Oh! Oh! Wow! So almost like he was pretty okay at his job.
med at the lowest dose.
You listen to me. That is creepy behavior. A man that listens? Oh, fucking lock him up.
Just to figure out if it was going to work for me.
Well, you're going to need a lot to make it work for you,
I was
dude.
in love with my psychiatrist and he kept me anyway, part 3. So I hadn't ever seen a psychiatrist before. When I was on meds in my early 20s, I only got meds from my primary care physician.
Yeah, which is okay. You went to a psychiatrist for a little extra focus on the mental. It's okay. She's literally she is SSRI.
I didn't understand how psychiatry works. So because he was figuring out my med dose, I saw him.
By the way, she still hasn't figured out how psychiatry works. I don't know if you guys have realized that, but I would love to have her on Financial Audit. She would just literally burst into flames within 5 seconds.
Every month. And he just made me feel like I was his friend. He
was nice. I'm sure he was welcoming and nice. Fuck, then that's it.
Really, really funny and cracked jokes and told me he was impressed with my run.
Sounds like creepy predator behavior to me.
Thing that I would do. And yeah. So of course I loved the attention that I got from him. And it was in my 3rd session with him, because at this point we were all on Zoom, that I asked him, I said, hey, do you mind if I call you by your first name?
I'm sure he said yes, because it's fine. I've had therapists I've called by the first name. What the fuck? They never asked me to call them by their last name.
And he's Pakistani. So I said his
That's racist.
first name wrong. And he said,
That's extra racist.
well, it's pronounced this, but yes, of course you can. And he seemed so smug and happy with himself.
Oh, lady. Oh, lady. Oh, you are a disgusting creature. You are a disgusting creature. You know what? I watch commentary from a bunch of different creators just for fun. From the right and from the left. I watch them all. But there's one person in particular that has said something kind of interesting. I like to get both perspectives. This man right here has said we need to open the asylums. Honestly, I used to just like brush it off and ha 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 ha. That's funny. Oh, he's a wild guy. He likes to say wild things. Ha 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 ha. I think he's right. This saga has convinced me that I think he is right. Because this lady is insane and there is no reason she should be out and about.
And I know that is because that was his first sign that him pretending like we're friends was working. And to be fair to me, I had only ever been to therapy before. I didn't realize that, it's important to call your doctor last name.
It's fine. It depends on your relationship. It depends what the doctor prefers. Like, I don't know. It's not that fucking.
I mean, I did know that. I did it with all my other doctors, but it just showed that the boundaries were blurring, and he liked that. So from then on,
How do you know he liked that? You don't know that. He was just being generous. He was just being nice. He was being polite. You fucking crazy creature.
third session on, I started calling him his first name.
Crazy!
And then
What a cunt.
he just started turning up the volume on us being friendly.
Yeah?
And
maybe on a human level, he got more comfortable and he learned more about you and he just called back items that he learned before.
he would ask me, for the first 6 sessions, he asked me, after the meds, he said, how's your bowels, bladder, and appetite?
Yeah, because you're adjusting to new medications, you actual dumb fuck.
And I would say they're all normal. And then he would ask me any thoughts of harm.
Yeah, pretty important to do for a psychiatrist when you're adjusting to new meds, you dumb fuck.
And apparently that's pretty common for psychiatry to ask those questions. And then on our 6th session,
what did you do?
When things were really,
They got creepy.
the chemistry was starting to be there before.
The chemistry.
I didn't realize it. I was like, oh, this man's
shut
just
the fuck
friendly. And he said, I have to ask this because it's a special interest of mine, but is there any thoughts of harm? Like,
What? She already said he's asked of self-harm before. The fuck is she doing?
I was special to him.
Oh,
And
shut the fuck up! Ah!
I said, no thoughts of harm. And he didn't ever ask me a clinical question again.
Because you've probably adjusted to your meds, you dumb fucking creature. You do not deserve to exist in society with the rest of us. I'm fucking putting that out there. I'm fucking putting that out there.
Stopped asking me about my
I'm sorry. You should not. People in a workplace should not be forced to work with you. A psychiatrist, not at a mental institution, should not be forced to work with you.
bladder, bowels, and appetite, and he stopped asking me about thoughts of harm.
Because you adjusted to your medications, you fuck.
So to me, I would just show up and he was like a therapy appointment every month.
First of all, she said every 3 months before. You see how her story changes?
Let me guess. You're just using an investing app that doesn't invest in you. It is time to change that. Right now, Webull is offering up to a 3.5% match when you open an IRA with them. That is real money going into your retirement, not just points or coupons. And that's just the start. Deposit $100 and you get 30 days of Webull Premium. Anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 sitting around in your account, move it to Webull and get $200 in cash. And if you worked your way up to $5 million, that's $30,000 in your account just for moving it over. It is not just about the perks though. Webull provides the tools that serious investors want as well. TradingView integration, real-time data, zero commission trades. It actually works on all your devices. And now through September 30th, you can stack even more. Get a $100 cash bonus for a $2,000 deposit, plus a 2% cash back on all deposits, and a 30-day premium voucher, and a 4% APY booster on any uninvested cash. It doesn't get better than this, so stop overpaying for a platform that gives you nothing back and make the switch to Webull. Go to Webull.com/K/Caleb or hit the QR code or the link below. Let's get back to the show.
So I was seeing him every month and just gaining more and more respect for him because he would just tell me these little things about his successes.
Listen, you guys probably ran out of things to talk about and he was filling the time. I've gone to therapy appointments where there was less things to talk about and I learned more about a therapist because she brought in real world examples from her life about how she overcame things that applied to my life. And it's not therapy, but I'm sure the time was being filled and he was being polite. Fuck's sake.
And all of the cool things that he was doing in his life.
Small talk.
It made me fall for
Small
him,
talk.
honestly.
Small talk.
And
Guarantee it.
he was really good at listening. And I mean, he's a Pisces, right? So
Oh,
of course,
this Pisces! What the fuck are we doing?
he's going to be there and be able to go deep with my feelings, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't extracting from them. Anyway, so I would beg him to let me see him every week. Beg him, because my therapist at the time, he was fine. You know, he wasn't a predator, but he was fine. He just wasn't doing very much for me. And
He's your psychiatrist, you absolute fucking dumbass.
And so that therapist retired and I got a new therapist.
I feel
And this
horrible
new
for the
therapist,
new
who is a 75-year-old woman with a PhD, she was pretty helpful. So I stopped
She probably enabled you. Let's be honest.
asking my psychiatrist, begging, honestly, to be my therapist and let me see him more, right? Which also should have been a red flag. But then I started focusing on this therapist. However, I would tell the therapist how obsessed I was with my
And did she tell you to leave?
psychiatrist, and she didn't do anything about it.
There's no reason for our civilization to have lasted as long as it has. We are not entitled to it. We are not entitled for our civilization to last as long as it has.
She just was interested. She also loved stories about
Why does she think a therapist listening to her equals loving your stories? What projection do you have?
My dating life. And yeah, she also was getting supply from me in her own way.
Oh, shit. This can't be real. I am no longer. This has gone too far. This has gone so far that this cannot be real. This has to be a paid ad campaign where at the end of this, it's like sign up for BetterHelp or something, you know? Because they've lost all sponsorships because no one trusts them anymore, that this is their new play. This has to be fail. This has to be fake. I cannot believe it. This is too far now.
But that's for another part. So yeah, so I got a new therapist who actually helped me. She taught me CPR.
Oh, this explains a lot. On TikTok, I was just watching Caleb crash out. I know. Listen, TikTok doesn't let me triple stream. So unfortunately, TikTok, if you want the real view, you got to go to YouTube or Twitch where we are.
CBT, EFT, all of these different modalities. And so I went back to just being okay with seeing Irfan once a month while he was giving me these little...
Oh, she said his name. She's fucking doxing him now.
breadcrumbs of making me feel special, telling me about his professional achievements, telling me about how he's getting international recognition.
Dude, it's probably small talk. I guarantee it was in like the first 30 seconds of their conversation. I mean, I haven't done psychiatry, but I've done many therapy.
And it worked. I was really impressed.
Oh, she was impressed. Oh, I'm sure he really fucking cared. Oh, she's an ADHD coach. Oh, and I bet she's getting fucking signups galore. I bet she's getting signups galore from other fucking TikTok freaks that just get self-diagnosed online, that are actual like people that needed real parenting but never got it and were raised in COVID. Oh, I guarantee it. I'm checking something real quick that I think you guys are going to appreciate. Bear with me for just a second. But I bet she actually has a lot of signups from literally insane people. Like I said, probably the people that are like snark Redditors. People born with 2 apps on their phone, Reddit and TikTok. People are getting so extreme today in their delusions. So extreme today in their delusions. I'm supposed to be getting a text code. 1 second. Trust me. Stick around for what I'm about to do. I think we're going to like it. Okay. What the fuck do you think she actually does? Because no way she has a job in life. Autism service provider, self-employed. Is that her? There's no fucking way in this world. Autism. Did she like struggle so much that she created 3 accounts? She's not autistic. Well, maybe she's doing autism too as a side hustle. Fuck. I mean, this isn't her, right? Is that her? Chat. Is that her? Chat.
I got a new therapist.
Chat. Is this her? Her real job. There it is. And that makes a lot more sense. And she's never going to get a job beyond that because no one is going to hire her after this. I'm surprised Trader Joe's is even keeping her around. They probably haven't found this yet. Yeah, I recognize that forehead anywhere. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. She's been an assistant manager for fucking ever, and she's never going to do anything. She's almost 40.
Therapist, I stopped begging my psychiatrist to see me weekly, and that is when the intermittent reinforcement started. Some sessions he'd be warm and kind and wonderful and let me in on
He listened to you. Shut the fuck up.
Little parts of his life and like be vulnerable with me or pretend. Other sessions, he would be cold and clinical and detached. And you know what that did? It made me work harder in our next session.
Well, there is an element. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, even when I film Financial Audit, I try to be 100% there. My professional is being, locked in and being entertaining, but also making sure I actually provide the right information for the guests, a lot of different things. Not everyone shows up 100%, including to your assistant manager position for the last decade of your life at Trader Joe's at 40 years old. Yeah, she weaponizes therapy speak. Exactly. She 100% does. The dude may have not been 100% every day. That's okay.
It did. And it started the addiction that I had to him. 100%. And he knew exactly what he was doing. This man gives lectures on trauma and attachment theory. He used his psychiatric.
She is going to try to destroy this man's life for nothing. And that is why we need to put these people on full display, because that has become way too commonplace since 2020. We overcorrected way too far and we gave way too much power to these fucking lunatics that over sensationalize everything, use therapy talk, use buzzwords, and bring in a level of energy to it where if you brush against someone on the side of the road, they bring a level of energy to it that is equal to the R word. I'm not going to say the real word because I'm live on TikTok right now as well. But you know how it goes. Follows by an A and then a P and then another word.
Training to manipulate me and get me hooked.
Yeah,
and guess what?
TikTok, exactly.
It worked.
It worked. Shut the fuck up.
January of 2024, I was hit by a car turning left as I was going through a green light. And it was the night before my next appointment with my psychiatrist. So I was like, okay, I'll still be able to go to my appointment on Zoom. I'm okay. But I did make an appointment with an urgent care the next day just to get checked out. I had bruising on my abdomen and a perforated eardrum.
And what about your brain?
And the provider at the urgent care said, I do not feel comfortable treating you. You need to seek emergency care now. You may be internally bleeding. But it was 11 o'clock in the morning and my appointment with my psychiatrist was at 2. So I decided that I was going to wait so I could see my psychiatrist.
Yeah, but that's on you. That's on fucking you.
And not have to reschedule because I was looking forward to my appointment with him.
That's on you, not
so
him.
much. I look back at that time and I'm just like, oh my God, I put my own life under seeing him. I was fully addicted to him at this point.
Yeah,
and
that's
you know
on
what
you.
happened?
Creature.
Is that I showed up and I told him that I may be internally bleeding and he didn't stop the appointment.
Honestly, he probably was like, this bitch crazy. I'm not going to fucking listen to anything he said. I don't fucking know. Yeah, like, who even knows? Who even knows? Oh, you were bleeding and he didn't say anything and he probably didn't trust you. Sounds like a predator to me.
He didn't say, you need to take care of yourself. Go get emergency care now. He let me continue and just tell him about how much I loved him and how grateful I was for him. Because that was really what most of our appointments were, is me just like pouring myself out because he was so good at the
at his job, at talking and being nice.
Intermittent reinforcement. Yeah, I got some warmth from him that appointment.
The fact that she is going to double, triple, quadruple down and think that she's in the right, it's fucking crazy.
After I risked my life to see him, that's when he really started turning up the intimacy in our appointments.
Intimacy. Go on.
However, he was really smart and knew the professional lines like the back of his hand. So he would comment on my appearance, but not compliment.
What would he say? What would he say? Give us an example. And do I even trust you? No, but go ahead. Try.
My appearance. So
I'm sorry, even if what she says here is actually 100% right, with everything she's done and the amount of truth she stretches and sensationalism, she's lost all believability, which sucks. And it sucks because there's probably like this is what people like this have done, by the way. This TikTok generation where everyone's a victim and everything, they've actually made it so that if anyone actually is a victim in anything, we no longer believe them because of crazy people like this. And it fucking sucks.
I would come on screen and he would say, oh, you curled your hair. Or I would come on screen and he would say, oh, you're wearing glasses.
Okay, small talk. Cool, small talk.
And of course
I do that to people. Am I a predator? Am I a creep? Well, people like her would say yes, but we don't respect people like her anymore. We've shunned them as a society. They're the loudest online, but no one gives a fuck anymore.
Felt seen and excited that he was noticing these things about me. I didn't realize at this time that he had feelings for me too. I thought I was holding them all
You don't know that. You've never been able to say or prove that he does.
by myself. So I was so excited when he noticed my glasses that I ran and showed him my other pair and he said, I prefer turtle shell glasses. So even though I usually wear contacts, I'm wearing these turtle shell glasses in these videos because
Dude, these people would not have lasted just a couple decades ago. Because now people don't compliment each other anymore out of the fear of it coming across as flirty or creepy. And this dude just having some gentle small talk is now predatory. These people would not have lasted a few decades ago. They would have literally melted.
Just in case he sees them ever, he'll see me in his favorite classes. He did tell me.
Medical doctors have to ask comment on changes in appearance. It's interesting. I don't know. I've lost all trust in her for anything at all whatsoever anyway.
He likes the turtle shell. Anyway, it was just inappropriate things like that. Little teeny
Inappropriate thing. Open the mental institutions. I'm on board.
things that he let me in. And all this time, my best friend is an emergency medicine physician. And she told me, she said, Kendra, one of these days, your psychiatrist, she would use his name, is going to say, I can't be your doctor anymore. I want to be.
You have people that enable your delusion and your victim mentality. You're in a world where you're never going to make anything of yourself, and you're going to be an assistant manager of Trader Joe's until you're 60. Then you're going to try to retire, and then you realize you won't have any money. Then you're going to be assistant manager of Trader Joe's until you're 90, because no one will ever hire you again after this. Good fucking luck. Oh, shit. Gabby just said, Caleb, I like your glasses. Black is my favorite. Gabby, you're a predator! Reddit, cancel Gabby!
Be with you. I want to be with you so bad. I can't be your doctor. I'll see you in 2 years. So my best friend, who's a doctor, she picks up on stuff like that. So even she knew that our relationship was crossing boundaries and getting weird. But that was like, that became my dream, was for my psychiatrist, I almost use his name, to do that. And I told him about Brianna saying that, my best friend, who's
Why would he give a fuck? Why would he give a fuck what your over-sensationalizing performative friend says?
the emergency medical doc. I told him that she would tell me that, and he just would be silent. He didn't disagree, but he did.
Oh, fuck. Kelly Vacras just said she likes the shirt I'm wearing. I'm just getting assaulted. Oh, I'm getting literally assaulted, literally R-worded right now.
Agree, and that was weaponized neutrality was his favorite game to play.
Oh, shut the
right?
fuck
He didn't
up.
disagree with
You're getting a
Brianna
headache.
telling me that
You're
my
getting a
psychiatrist
headache.
had feelings for me,
You
but
don't know
he
that.
also didn't say that's inappropriate. Let's change the subject. It was also around
Which I don't believe, actually.
this time that I asked my psychiatrist if he had diagnosed me with anything other than ADHD when I had my initial diagnosis. And he said, yeah, I did. I said, oh, what did you diagnose me with? And he said, well, you had
Someone diagnosed me with the need to die and then prescribed me a gun and a bullet real quick. Fuck, this is like a 1,000,000-part thing. And I'm way too yappy.
a lot of traumatic things happen to you in childhood because of your dad. And so I diagnosed you with other trauma and stressor related disorder. And that was the
Yeah, and honestly, maybe I'm a little against this guy for enabling her trauma that probably is non-existent, that she's overdone her entire life. A little bad at that guy.
first little ping that I got of like, that was weird. Why would he keep that from me? I asked him, like, why wouldn't he tell me that? That seems important.
Because he knows you'll fucking spiral. Come on, we know people like you. You're gonna destroy your life over that.
He didn't tell me because he was using that information to manipulate me. He knew I had trauma and stressor disorder, and instead of helping me heal from it and telling me about it, he used it against me.
Used it against you. She always says all these things, but then she never says what he actually did. She says he fell in love with me, used it against me, but he never says what he actually did.
January 2023, at this point, I was full-blown obsessed with my psychiatrist, and my therapist wasn't helping me. My psychiatrist wasn't helping me. He was feeding it. And then I got a boyfriend. And at first, my
That poor man, man, run. She will cancel you. She'll destroy you. Dude, just fucking run.
psychiatrist wasn't really that keen. But then my psychiatrist realized that my boyfriend was a lot like my psychiatrist. And then I started talking to my psychiatrist about my sex life, about tracking my cycle, using the fertility awareness method. And my psychiatrist loved it. He didn't never say, this isn't inappropriate to your care. Let's pivot. Oh,
And he should have, but I don't believe you that he didn't, because you're trying to come on as a victim. And people like you change your stories.
just let me talk and talk and talk about my sex life. And I didn't get too deep, but about a year and a half in, and I would send my psychiatrist these emails just about how much I liked him.
I bet he didn't even open them or read them, because you're probably fucking insane, and he knew that, and he was just doing things. He was just like, oh, crazy woman. Here she is, emailing me again. I'll see her once this month.
And how I was so grateful for him, and put in a bunch of heart emojis. And this is really when he should have transferred my care. But, he
Didn't have to transfer, but he should have labeled, put in the boundary, and I'm sure he did.
he liked what I gave him too much.
No, shut the fuck up. He was trying to be a professional.
And
He never commented once.
Even though my boyfriend did not meet my needs, my
Dude,
psychiatrist
your needs are insane. Your needs are an insane asylum.
and my therapist both were like, you have to stay with him. There's nothing wrong with him not meeting your needs. I'm like, okay.
Dude, I don't even fucking know. See, and here's the thing. She's already a victim to her boyfriend. You see how she's a victim to everyone in her life? Within the first TikTok of her boyfriend being mentioned, she's a victim already.
And
These
my
people,
psychiatrist
man,
was
these people.
like, he's
We cannot take people like this seriously anymore, ever. Not once.
perfect. Don't get wrong with him. And what was perfect about him was he wasn't meeting my needs. So I was still coming to my psychiatrist looking for emotional validation, drip to me slowly. So my therapist, who I didn't know at this time had bad boundaries, but she did.
Shut the fuck up.
I went to her because my boyfriend and I, after like more than a year together, we started having issues in the bedroom.
It happens. Go to couples therapy. See a sex therapist. It's okay.
And so I went to my therapist and she asked me, what does your psychiatrist think about this? And I said,
I don't know why what your psychiatrist thinking about your sex issues with your boyfriend would be a thing you need to know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. What are we doing? Yeah, she's crazy. She reminds me of your guest Lexi. Is that the one with the fucking stim toy who lived in her trailer? Because that one reminds me of that.
I don't know. I haven't talked to my psychiatrist about this stuff because I have a crush on my psychiatrist and I don't want to tell him this intimate of stuff. And she said, well, you should tell him because I want a male's perspective.
Okay. I guess.
At my next appointment with my psychiatrist, I told him, I said, today we're going to talk about my intimate life. And he said, oh, I said, yes. My psychologist, my therapist, asked what your opinion on it was. And I told her that I don't talk to you about this intimate stuff because I have a crush on you. And he looked down.
Wait. Hold on. She led this conversation with her saying she had a crush on him like pretty damn early. Now she's making it sound like it was well within this established mental relationship, prescribing relationship. She changes timelines and things, and she just brings this is so crazy.
Down and smiled so big in that moment. He smiled so big, and I loved it. It's so gross thinking about it. And then I proceeded to give him 30.
The thing is, you know, if he did, I'm not exactly thrilled with that. But the fact is, with everything she has said so far in this conversation, she is no longer a reliable narrator for this at all.
Minutes of non-stop
He was trying not to
content
laugh. Yeah,
about
maybe.
my intimate life
Uncomfortable
with my boyfriend.
smiles is true.
And I actually recorded the whole thing because I was so excited about it. But now it makes me sick. I can't even listen to the recording. I've tried to start, but it's gross. Any ethical psychiatrist would have stopped me and said, Kendra, let's talk about your meds. Let's talk about your care. At this point,
Sure, but do you guys realize how she has she's not to blame in this whatsoever? Have you guys picked that up yet? In part 7, of which there was actually like 7, 8 parts before it.
my meds were stable. And I was still seeing him every month. Yeah, that was a rough time. And
Shut the
it was
fuck up.
pretty much
Put
his
some more sunscreen on your chest, dude. You fucking aged it 20 years beyond your face. Focus on that instead of this insane bullshit.
Christmas morning, the almost 2.5 years of grooming me to get me to talk about sexual things with
Grooming. I'm gonna die. We've lost all. The words don't mean anything. Talk about Ashley Furniture scam. What about it? I'll look
him
up.
worked. And he got 30 minutes of nonstop content to use.
Huh? Okay, well, you're gonna have to tell us more about that. You're gonna have to tell us a lot more about that because that's a big bomb to drop.
I need to address 3 things. 1, people are asking me what my mental health diagnosis is. I do not have BPD.
Dude, no,
I do not have
she's just broken. She's diagnosed with TikTok
psychosis.
and Reddit.
I have
She's
ADHD.
diagnosed with snarkerism.
And I was experiencing extreme limerence with my psychiatrist. Limerence is a normal thing to happen to anyone who is experiencing hot and cold behavior from someone. And it happens more
fuck
often
up.
in people with ADHD
Oh, shut the
because we
fuck
have
up. She's got
dopamine
psychosis?
dysregulation and rejection sensitive
no,
dysphoria. And guess what? My psychiatrist knew that and used it to his advantage.
Shut the fuck
2,
up. We
I
know that's not
accidentally
true.
said my psychiatrist's first name.
And then you never deleted it. Hey, where's the accountability police for coming after her for doxing him? Where's the accountability police? I'm not seeing it. Surprising they're on her side. A fucking insane creature. Who would have thought the accountability police is only on the side of this insane creature?
In one of my videos. If you clocked it Good.
Who
Good for
didn't?
you. I do not owe him anonymity. However,
You kind of do, because you're going to destroy a guy's life for no reason.
this is not about doxing my psychiatrist. This is about me sharing my story so other people can view predatory behavior.
No, you're destroying what words mean. And now no one will take, if someone comes out and says their psychiatrist abused them and they actually did, no one will believe them because of a crazy fucking bitch like yourself.
People in power. Okay? If
fuck, here we go. Power
anyone
dynamics.
doxes my psychiatrist with his last name or city that he works in or clinic that he works in, your comment will be immediate.
Well, now I don't feel bad about looking at her LinkedIn. Now, here's the fact. Her LinkedIn actually doesn't say exactly where she works, or she already has her first and last name on here, so we didn't do anything that was actually considered real doxing, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. But if we accidentally did, I don't feel bad about it because of her insanity of doxing that other guy.
Immediately deleted and you will be blocked. This is about protecting other victims.
Oh, shut. You do not get to claim that word, you disgusting animal.
Not doxing my psychiatrist. If you do some investigative work and you want to DM me about it, I'm open to that. Okay.
You fucking disgusting. You're a disgusting person. You are a disgusting person.
Okay. 3. I need to take a moment. Moment taken. It is so incredibly disturbing to me, the amount of people that are predator protectors in my comments.
Fuck. She's actually insane. She's turned off all comments for good reason. People are calling her out for being a disgusting animal.
That are victim blaming me, especially the mental health practitioners in my comments using
Therapy speak, that's all you've done. By the way,
therapy speak to say that this situation that I was in was my fault or that I was delusional. Check yourself. You're giving me more ammunition to share my story because it just goes to show how absolutely messed up the mental health industry is.
shut the fuck up. You're abusing it. You're abusing therapy talk and mental health talk. Shut the fuck up. You're going to destroy someone's life because you're a disgusting creature.
And how protected people who do this kind of sick psychological manipulation are. So I will continue with my story tomorrow. I will see you all then.
Oh, and we can't wait. We can't wait. Let me fucking
Welcome
tell you.
back.
We can't wait.
To another installment of I Was in Love with My Psychiatrist and He Kept Me Anyway, part 8. You all did some nasty work last night, and I had to turn off comments.
Good. Well, no, maybe you should actually. Oh, fuck. I don't even know.
People started posting my psychiatrist's first and last name, his picture in the comments. That was a jump scare.
Yeah, that's
so
bad.
yeah,
That's
a few
bad.
bad actors.
Yeah, it's almost like the people that you are assimilating with, the people in your circle, the insane TikTok, Reddit, snarker, fucking TikTok diagnosing, over sensationalizing freaks that have ruined all words and nuance in this world are bad people. Who would have thought the people that you are surrounded with, that you are one of, are actually bad people, even though you perform yourself and moral high ground yourself to be the best among us, and that everyone else that has a brain outside of you is evil. Who would have thought you're a bad person? Yeah, maybe wake up to that a little, crazy freak.
Who wanted to be super sleuths got the privilege of commenting, mostly hate, let's be real, taken away for everyone. So at this point in the story, there are 2 main players. My psychiatrist.
I'm going to pull a classic online person and be like, what, you can't handle some constructive criticism? Listen, she's a permanent Redditor, TikToker, so let me act like one. You can't handle some constructive criticism, lady?
Who's my age, who crossed major ethical boundaries, and my therapist, who is a 75-year-old woman with a PhD. Neither of these people, at this point in the story,
Age power dynamic. She's only 38 and her psychiatrist is in her 70s. Age gap.
I knew were crossing boundaries. I thought that everything was hunky-dory and that I was just in love with my psychiatrist and it was totally normal. Little did I know he was manufacturing everything, so I could fall in love with him.
We have to set this all up
Because
again.
it was on him to set the professional boundary and not let attention build. So
Which, by the way, I don't believe, because she led this entire conversation with her psychiatrist, not transferring her, not that he didn't set a boundary. She's only shifted it to setting a boundary after I bet she was called out that he is not required to transfer and that he is actually just required to set a boundary. And I guarantee you he did, because she did not lead with that. She only changed it to that after she got called out.
Days after my psychiatrist's Christmas morning appointment from a few videos back, where he got a crush confession from me, and then 30 minutes of nonstop intimate content that he did not stop me.
You got to tell me, what did you do? What was that?
Intimate content videos back, where he got a crush confession from me. Days after my psychiatrist's Christmas morning appointment from a few videos back, where he got a crush confession from me, and then 30 minutes of nonstop intimate content that he did not stop me.
I unfortunately need to know what that intimate content is, because if it's her confessing her love in an intimate way and it's not nudie, then, it's very different. But again, I expect her to over sensationalize everything.
My boyfriend and I broke up days later. So then
Good
I started
for him.
dating this other guy.
Bad
And this
for
other guy,
him.
this new guy, was a therapist.
Oh, she has a problem, man.
And I was like, oh, great. Someone who will be able to emotionally meet my needs. Yeah, not gonna
Nobody can, except for an institution that you must be locked inside of.
date another therapist again. So this therapist and I, we went for coffee. It was
Have you guys noticed that literally every single person she's ever brought up in these conversations is in the wrong, except for her one friend that enabled her insanity?
nice. Our second date was a hike. And on this hike, this therapist starts telling me about how he has a crush on one of his clients. And I thought to myself, okay, this is strange, but go ahead. Like, we're on a date, dude. Why are you telling me about a crush on one of your clients? But go off, King. So then he was saying, yeah, she's so attractive, and I think she likes me too. I go and visit her at work, and
Okay, that's different, because your psychiatrist does not indicate that he likes you and he's never visited you at work. These are not identical stories. You are going to try to make it seem like it is because you have a crush on your guy, and this person you're on a date with has a crush on his client, which is unacceptable. And he can technically feel a crush. He just better not ever cross any professional boundaries, which if he showed up to work, he probably did. But she is fucking conflating these stories of being the same when they're not.
her coworkers say, oh, so-and-so talks about you all the time. And I was like, okay, where does she work? And he said, well, I shouldn't tell you that because I really shouldn't be visiting her anyway. I was like, okay, no problem. So then he continues and he said, yeah, she wears these red lacy panties and short skirts.
Yes, he sounds like not a great person. Do not assume that to be your person who never made a move or never said anything.
And I know she wears them for me.
Left an hour ago and you're still on her? Yeah, we've been here for a while. This is fucking insane. It's 3 a.m. in Poland. Your reaction is pure gold. Thanks for staying up. Get some rest, though.
Alarm bells were going off in my head. Mind you, I had no idea that my psychiatrist had similar feelings towards me at this point. But I just thought, wow, this man is borderline predatory. And he said,
Oh, that guy? Well, that guy's definitely a bit weird and he's unprofessional. That is the first fair thing she said.
yeah, and
But she's conflating it with his guy, which is not fair.
you know, she just is so attractive that I have to smash her mate before every session.
What? Oh, jack off? What is up with these children words? She's an actual infant mentally.
Because I just have to get that energy out of me. And I was like,
Yeah, he sounds like not great. This has nothing to do with your psychiatrist.
okay.
A made-up guy never happened. Honestly, unfortunately, I would be inclined to believe. I'm going to take her word on this one just to be generous, but you're right. There's no trust and credibility to her whatsoever.
Yeah, he just felt compelled to tell me, and I did not understand why. Now I do. So he told me about how he's a predator, right?
Okay.
Another predator in the
Very unprofessional for sure.
mental health industry. Shocker. So then at my next appointment with my psychiatrist,
Did he do an action on it? And he should obviously get rid of her as a client for sure. But that's
keep in mind, it had been 6 weeks of nonstop fun for this man. He got to use my crush confession and 30 minutes of content.
I need to know more about this 30 minutes of content. How was it given? Was it emailed? Like what you're not describing what's in it. It's a shocker. The one thing that might be damning, she's incredibly vague about and never goes in.
Oh, for whatever he wanted to use it for, right? And if my psychiatrist was good at anything, it was being professional and acting professional.
Yes, he's a professional. Yes. Oh, you're learning. She's waking up. She's saying the quiet part out loud. He's a professional, and that's not a bad thing.
and technically not crossing any lines.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. You're getting it. You're starting to understand.
And he thought that he was so good at it, because he was good at it. But that doesn't mean he wasn't doing it.
And
so
we're gone. We're back
I
to
told him, I
stupidity.
said, yeah, Bo and I broke up. He had known about this other guy, my psychiatrist. I'd mentioned him. And I told him that this new guy and I went on a date and we went on a hike. And I literally had no idea at this point, I'll say it again, that my psychiatrist was predatory towards me.
Oh, you fucking creature. You disgusting animal that puts all victims unbelievable because of you.
I almost said his first name again. I'm going to do my best to not. So I went to my psychiatrist and I told him this story about this man that I went on a date with, who's a therapist, is relieving himself before appointment.
I think the content saw her speaking about her sex life with her boyfriend. That's it. So it's not even fucking. She's making it sound like it's like literal fucking nudie videos of her. Fuck.
And talking about his clients' panties and doing all of these other
Stop. This other guy doesn't matter. He's not your guy.
extremely inappropriate things, like visiting her at work. And this man, my psychiatrist, looked like he had seen a ghost and like he was going to vomit, because he prided himself on being an extremely professional and buttoned up person.
And he's been so far. And he has been.
But here I was holding a mirror to him with exactly what he was doing, but a bumbling idiot telling me like how he was doing it without the fancy degree, without any of that. I look back on that now and it's just crazy. And so
we're going to look back at this moment in time and realize we gave way too much trust to insane people on the internet and way too much power to insane people on the internet. And we destroyed people's lives for no reason. What a joke. Which one did I fucking watch? I just watched 8. Okay.
Hi, I need to say something really important. And that's that it seems as though many people view what I'm going through as a crash out. What I'm
No, you're just broken.
doing as a mental health spiral.
Yes.
And of course it seems like that.
Yes.
I get it. It's an extremely dark thing to talk about.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're not a victim. Shut the fuck up.
All of this that I went through. And I am sharing my story because it wasn't out there. No one else has shared a story like this. But I know that it happens a lot because people are in my DMs telling me that the same thing that I went through,
No,
they
it's
went through
because
too.
I did not mean to like this. Fucking take away that like. Oh, take that away. No. The reason you're getting people reach out to you is because you're in that bubble. You're in that over sensationalizing bubble of insanity where you get TikTok diagnosed and you're a victim and everything. Do not. And then, she's going to think she's so justified because there's other insane fucking creatures like her out there that do the same exact, and they enable her. Oh, fuck. This is a broken demographic. No, she's not even in that fucking 16 to 25. I don't know how she fell into this trap of insanity. Maybe we just never gave a microphone to them before 2020. And now that we did, it's just all, they're being exposed. Fuck.
I am now in TikTok jail.
Your brain's been in TikTok jail since you've been born. Assistant manager at Trader Joe's for the last decade and will never go beyond there.
I got a violation on the video where I talked about
Good!
really the biggest damning evidence against my psychiatrist.
Which was?
And so because of that, I have to be really careful. So I'm going to do my very best to not be reactive and to share
Oh, shut the fuck up.
my story from a place of generosity, because the people in my
Caleb, please don't fall into the right-wing bubble. It starts with anti-peace culture. Dude, I don't care. I still, issue to issue politically, I want to be nuanced and go where the facts are. The reality is, we know for a fact that it's happened in my own life with crazy people like this. Dude, I went on a fucking date with someone like 9 months ago or something. It was a bad, awkward date. It was fine. I asked her to leave. I asked her if she wanted to hook up. She said no. It was whatever. And then she fucking crashed out online and brought a level of energy to it that was like R word. She over sensationalized it. She's just like this fucking creature. People's lives get ruined. People do not believe victims because of insane creatures like her. This isn't right wing. This is having some sanity in this TikTok overdiagnosed culture of dumbassery. So I don't want to fucking hear that. This has nothing to do with left wing, right wing. This is sanity versus insanity.
DMs telling me that they've been through this too, it's keeping me going. It's not my mental health spiral. And I can understand that for some people in the mental health space, because they have been some of the loudest people to speak out against what I'm doing, it's hard to grasp
that someone could have this level of predation in such a high place of power. So just in case my video doesn't get put back up, when everything changed was when my 75-year-old therapist, I went to her with intimate details, and she suggested I go to my psychiatrist with them.
Okay, so the video was up because you talked about that.
And I felt so excited and nervous to share that with him because I had such a big crush on him at the time. And I recorded all 33 minutes. So this is why, you know, if my psychiatrist wants to come with me and like sue
Talk about the Ashley Furniture scam. I literally Googled it. I could find nothing.
me for defamation, I have a 33-minute recording of me admitting I have a crush on him and speaking about extremely intimate details. It was in that moment that he really, really should have transferred my care.
No, he didn't have to. We've looked this up. You're bringing it back to that. Shut the fuck up.
But that moment changed everything for him too, because that's when things really started.
What did he do? I found no predatory behavior so far. Nothing. And she didn't get what she wanted, and she's crashing out online, and she's being enabled by freaks like herself.
Getting deep between us. And this is where the story is going to go from now. It's going to be a good story. And I'm going to try to tell it all today, just in case one of my videos does get banned.
What is so hard to her to tell the story? Like, she's fucking ridiculous. She is milking this. You know, isn't it interesting when, by the way, can we talk about this trend? No one's willing to call this out. I will call this out as a content creator because I know for a fact at some point I'm going to have hit pieces against me. Can we talk about this as a reality? She was a wannabe content creator for a long, long time. 2,000 views, 6,000 views, 5,000 views, 10,000 views, 7,000 views, 9,000 views, 10,000 views, 12,000 views, 29,000 views. All of a sudden the drama starts. 1.1 million views. 284,000 views, 790,000 views, 600,000 views. Her most recent video, 833,000 views. She's getting views. She is being addicted to the views. Her talking about this drama is the only thing that is giving her any kind of relevance. She would not be doing this. Other people would not do the hit pieces. Other people would not do the over sensationalizing bullshit. It should be a nasty shocker if a wannabe creator is all of a sudden getting all their views from a drama. It means that they have no other desire for it other than just to get views. And I hope other people see that when people make hit pieces against other people. If that view is the highest viewed channel on their video or highest viewed video on their channel, it is because they milk it, and it's because they are trying to use some drama and over sensationalizing for a paycheck. And it's disgusting. And she is disgusting.
So people can hear it. But just know, if you're concerned for my mental health,
yes,
I am very good.
No, you're not.
More than good, actually.
No, absolutely not.
And I am actually a coach for ADHD.
No, you're a roach in this world.
It says it in my bio.
No, you're an assistant manager at Trader Joe's, and you've been for the last 10 years, and that's what you'll do until you're 80. Guarantee it. If you're not fired from your insanity online, because who the fuck would want to interact with you in person? Good the fuck luck. ADHD coach, I guarantee you she has no clients. Except she probably does now from a bunch of insane people in her bubble of insanity.
And I help people work through self-limiting beliefs. I help people work through numbing with alcohol and cannabis.
Shut the fuck up.
Because these are the things that so many of us do to avoid our truths. And this is my truth and what I went through.
What part was that? That was part... Oh, that was part 9. Guys, I'm going to pick up with part 10 next time I stream because I have a feeling she's not going to stop. Hey, Caleb Hammer stream fans, make sure you get your financial score for free. Take the assessment at calebhammer.com or dollarwise.com. It's free. See where you stand in the world of finances.